Hi guys, how you going? So I've just finished like 6 hours of lectures online, so my head's a little bit fuzzy and my posture's gone to poo. So as this morning I said I was gonna show you some postural alignment tricks, which are really handy, especially if you've been typing a lot on the computer. Breastfeeding is another one. Anything where you're hunched over, a lot of driving, a lot of on the phone, just generally sitting as us Westerners do. We tend to be hunched over a lot. So I've kind of come up with a few little tricks that I use actually almost daily. Now, not everyone is going to have one of these at home, which is fine. Sometimes I find these are even a little bit too aggressive. So what I do is I use one of my beach towels or a bath towel, whatever, and I find another blanket of, relatively the same width. So I've folded that over, and then what I'm going to do is put this in there, and then I'm going to roll. So essentially what I'm doing is creating a really soft version of this guy, which today I'd rather use this because it's not so aggressive. So what I'm trying to get across to you here is we're going to use this as a prop. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and counteract all of this that I've just done for the last 6 hours. So what happens is my back is overworked because I've overstretched my back. So my traps are really starting to feel it, and my rhomboids start to fire up as well. So then you can get those awful neck aches. I don't get them so much, but a lot of people I know do, especially like people doing a lot of computer work. So our prop we're going to use first of all to just doing a laying practice. So all we've got to do is come onto our mat here. Now depending how tall you are, I kind of want that at the sitting my lower back. Then I'm going to come laying down gently and just organise yourself so you're nice and comfortable. I'm so tall, my legs go over the bells. But really all we're doing is allowing our chest to open up, so our pec muscles we're like flying, and then my palms are going to come here. And if you can hold that for 10 minutes, that's a great way to counteract all that work. Now another one to do if your hip flexors are feeling really tight is our feet go together and we just let them fall to the side. That might be too aggressive, and that's fine as well. You can just have your feet in whatever's comfortable. You can even do this. That's also really good as well. So even 5-minute chunk is really cool. So you can see that's really soft and that's not hurting me at all. Now another one is we can go this way. So what we can do is we can go to mid-back, hands behind head, and just open the chest up. Now after you've been doing a lot of core work, this bit up here, the upper part of the core, can become very sore. So this is a really nice, gentle, almost passive stretch. So we want to just keep moving around. So I'm going to go a little bit lower on my back and open up again. And if you hear a crack, totally cool. Just means you probably won't have to go to chiro, and do it again. So that one's a really nice one. Now, if your rhomboids and your traps, so the muscles of your back here, they can get quite sore. Now, I've done a few injuries on those guys before. One of the rehab tools my very amazing chiro Michael gave me, and I've been consistent with doing ever since because it caused me so much pain, this injury, is they're called arches. So I'm going to lay I'm just chilling out on the ground with the kids, and my arms are kind of going to come out in front of me. Now, they're called arches for a reason, because it's like an archery. So we're pulling back, and then we're going to come back to the centre. So what that's allowing us to do is really opening up through the chest. It's taking some pressure off my back, and we're just keeping that movement nice and stable and steady and consistent, and match it with your breath. So we really want to keep this this palm close to my arm, like I'm pulling an archery, and then all the way back, and then you can really look. So then we're looking at neck range, and then we're going to come back. So if you can repeat that process about 3 rounds, 10 pulls each side, that's really good. Now the last one that's really nice to do, if you really need to open up, So come this way, hands and knees, hand to forehead, and we're going to come up and back, and up and back. And this is a beautiful restorative exercise. Okay? Again, really good for opening up the chest and giving the poor upper back a bit of a rest. And then I just finish off with one of these. And just hold that for about 5 or 6 minutes. Come up, take breath, come back down. So just do a little bit of restorative work, guys. So this is something I typically do in a deload phase, which I'm in right now. So I take my deload phases every 8 to 10 weeks, depending on how much I've been doing and the volume. And it just felt like the right week for me to do it. So you can do these kind of sessions through your deload phase, okay? And light stretching and some of the yoga poses and the mobility sets that we've been doing. That's all fine for deload. Okay, guys? All right, awesome. Peace out. Enjoy.